So last night at the Palladium, the Make-A-Wish Foundation held their 4th annual Winter Gala, and they honored the LA Kings with their first ever Power of a Wish award. And it was for the Kings' dedication to all of their kids and making their wishes come true. One of the kids, Will, had been diagnosed with cancer when he was a kid, and 6 years ago his wish was to meet Dustin Brown, and he said that it was the greatest day of his life. It still brings a huge smile to his face when he and his family talk about it. One of the other girls was part of the 50 families for a day that the Kings did as part of their 50th anniversary. Everything is coming in 50s, so 50 Make-A-Wish kids and their families came in, and they got to watch practice and get autographs and talk with the players. I got to talk to Tanner Pearson, who was there on behalf of the Kings last night. He entire to fully accepted the award, along with the CEO of AEG, Kelly Cheeseman. And Tanner just talked about how much he loved being able to make an impact in kids' lives, and knowing that, you know, when you're growing up, maybe that's not what you think of, but when you make it, you definitely want to be able to give back. So for the first part of my recap, I'm going to show you something wonderful that the Kings did from the gala last night. This is them accepting the award, because everything after that is pretty much going to go downhill when you get to the actual recap.
My wish was to meet the LA Kings and my favorite player, Dustin Brown. After finishing 3 years of treatment and beating leukemia, Dustin and the Kings were really nice. My brother and I shot pucks at practice, toured the locker room, and even got a limo ride. That was awesome. I'll never forget that day. It makes me and my family smile every time we talk about it.
I went to the Make-A-Wish Day with the LA Kings last month. It was a special event in honor of their 50th anniversary. I got to watch our practice and meet Tanner Pearson and some of the other players. After lunch, I got to skate with the ice crew. Events like this include our kids even after our wishes have been granted and make us feel so special. This is one of the many ways our wishes really do last forever. I'm grateful to be part of the Make-A-Wish family.
We are so happy to present the LA Kings with the Power of a Wish Award for all the joy they have given us to kids like us. Go Kings, go! Thank you.
COO Kelly Cheeseman will accept the award on their behalf.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you to Make-A-Wish of Greater Los Angeles for this wonderful honor, and congrats to our fellow honorees, Scooter and Robert. We're really honored to be here tonight. You know, at the Kings, our core values are family, integrity, excellence, and passion. And Make-A-Wish and this award stands for all those things, as we look to strive to meet our mission of creating a lifelong group of Kings fans. Our Make-A-Wish experiences over the last 10 years are some of the most impactful and memorable experiences we've ever had. We've had the honor of being able to fulfill so many kids' wishes, including Will's, over the years, and to see him doing so well today is what this is really all about. And being recognized and being able to recognize our Star of the Month child every month, and the 50 great families that we recently we're able to put through these special moments that are so honored to have as part of our daily life is what we're here to do today, is to give these kids and their families a break from what they're going through. Our staff loves it, our players love it, and the experiences caused by the smiles are some of the greatest moments of our lives. Thank you to our players, Tyler and Tanner, for coming tonight, their girlfriends Megan and Kat. Thank you to Daryl Evans, who's in the middle of every one of those moments, and we appreciate everything you guys do for us. You know, I was asked what it means to be honored a number of times tonight, and it really isn't about us. We're so honored to have the opportunity to give these kids and their families that opportunity. It's really, for us in hockey, it's everything is about the team. And for these kids and these families to have that opportunity is just like, you know, anybody scoring a goal for us. So we really appreciate that. And I want to thank our staff and all of our families for everything that you do for us. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy your night, and let's have some fun. Go Kings, go.
So that happened, and that was beautiful. And then the Kings decided to play Carolina, and less beautiful things happened there. Carolina came off a 5-6 loss in a shootout against the Ducks last night. While the Kings were getting their award, they were busy giving up 3 separate 2-goal leads to lose in a shootout. So they should have been exhausted. And the Kings have had 4 days of not doing anything, so they should have been well rested and ready to play, except that didn't happen so much. The first 8 minutes and 6 seconds was weird because that's how long it took to get the first stoppage of play. I don't think I've ever seen a stretch that long to begin a game. It was weird. But it was just kind of the thing you didn't really want to see when you're thinking that Carolina should be exhausted. And we were out hitting them. I mean, we were almost tripling them at one point. I think we ended up over doubling them in the hits. They got maybe 10 and we got like 25. So really what you want to see is the Kings just kicking their ass and mopping the floor with them, but instead they were just kind of keeping up. So that was concerning. Not concerning was the fact that Jeff Zatkoff finally got a start in net. It's been like 20 games. Sutter didn't even want to play him when we had a back-to-back, and the second night of the back-to-back was in Arizona. Like, how they flew that day, and he was still like, no, I don't really, it's cool, we'll start Budaj. So Zatkoff was in net, and I'm not really sure what that's a symptom of. Maybe the LA Kings are going goaltender shopping, I'm not sure. But with Quick expected to be out for at least another, I'd say, month or 2. I'm hearing February, March, which does not give the Kings a lot of time for their starting goalie, their winning Conn Smythe Trophy, Vezina Trophy candidate goalie to be back. I was concerned when I thought he was coming back in January, but that gave us enough time to still get the points we needed to get to playoffs. If he's coming back in February or March, that is not a hell of a lot of time to A, get the points we need, and B, be able to have him warm enough to actually go into playoffs. You don't want him starting his first week to be playoffs, which I know is in April, but still, it's getting close, and so the fact that the Kings were so lethargic tonight is even more concerning. But, he didn't let the first shot on goal in, which is better than Budaj had done the last 3 or 4 games. I think the 4th game he let in on the 3rd shot on goal. So, no, Zatkoff waited until about 3 minutes before the end of the first period, and I am not blaming this first goal in Zatkoff really at all. I mean, he definitely bit, but because the guy, he deked, and then it was a good shot. It was a really good shot, and whatever that's going to happen when you have Jake Muzzin and Alec Martinez together, who are still back halfway in the neutral zone defending the guy who doesn't have the puck when the guy that has the puck is already down there at Zatkoff at the goaltender. So yeah, that one's on Muzzin and Martinez. That was the first period. Literally, that was the only interesting thing that happened. The second period started, and the Kings got a power play, which, should be great, because, again, really tired Canes players. We should be revitalized after the, in intermission, at least. Nope, that didn't happen. to their credit, the Hurricanes have the best penalty kill in the league. Coming in, they had killed 14 straight, and their save percentage on the penalty kill was 91.7%. And we know that the Kings have been struggling as of late to get anything on the power play or generate any kind of offense. So the combination of those two things meant that the 2 power plays the Kings did have in the second period didn't really go anywhere. Not surprising. Disappointing still. It didn't even really lead to any kind of momentum shift. Like, they didn't get anywhere with an extra player on the ice. What they did get was a second goal against. That sucked. I'm pretty sure I don't want to blame that one on Zatkoff either. Oh, that's because it was shorthanded. Oh my god. It was literally 1 second to go. So it was like so close to making the statistic not. But still, that was some very bad defensive coverage. How 2 players got down the ice with only 1 defenseman, 1 Kings defenseman, and we have 5 players and they only have 4, and there's still 2 of them in our zone and 1 of us, and so they're tic-tac-toeing it, and Zatkoff is following the puck, I mean, as well as he can. It's here, it's there, it's here, it's there, and he's shifting, and he was so close. He was so close to being able to stop what actually became the shot, and it just didn't happen. So that sucked. Also not really going to blame that one on Zatkoff. That was a difficult... I don't know if even Jonathan Quick could have saved that. I don't know many goalies that would be able to. Anyway, so that sucked. Shorthanded. The Kings are just lackluster. They're just like not playing, and even Sutter said things I shouldn't repeat about the Kings' performance. Yeah, so we go into the third period and we give up the 3rd goal pretty early in, and that's just because Zatkoff is completely screened. He can't see the puck. Top shelf, straight over him. Not really sure how I'm going to blame that one on either, because I really feel like Zatkoff deserved better for his first game where he actually gets a chance to prove that he can be a goalie. Because realistically, maybe only one of them should have even been a shot to take. The one that was screened was probably the only one that is a situation the Kings couldn't have or shouldn't have been in, shall we say. So we're down 3-0, and it's really not looking good. Poor Drew Doughty has to have this game on his birthday. However, like 30 seconds-ish after Chris Sutter does his thing on the dance cam and gets at least the crowd rejuvenated, I asked Tanner last night, because Chris Sutter is such a huge part of the culture that we consider to be the LA Kings, what impact he made in the locker room. And he had glowing things to say about Chris, and so I followed up with, can you even see him on the dance cam? I'm sure, when you're on the ice, you're focused on the play that's about to happen. He said, no, actually, it's the third period. You can always tell when the crowd just goes wild, and that, it's Chris up there. And so maybe that did have something to do with it, because immediately after that, Drew Doughty, birthday boy, gets his goal. Yay! The Kings got a goal. So the shot comes, absolute blast, gorgeous goal from Drew. The assist goes to Tyler Toffoli, who gets him the puck. Thank you, Tyler. Apparently he hasn't had a goal in over 7 games, so it was really nice to see him on the scoreboard too. Really good goal, but it comes with maybe 6 minutes left in the period, and particularly the way the Kings have been playing, those last 6 minutes aren't really gonna be able to, catch up that deficit. They did get another power play, but I actually think it almost hurt them, because, like I said, the Canes were just stupidly good on the penalty kill, so it almost kind of lost us chances when we had to go chase the puck more than perhaps we would have if we could have. Anyway, badness happened. We pulled Zatkoff with like a minute and a half to go, and it wasn't going. It just wasn't happening. The Kings were just not going to win this game tonight. So we have one more game before a very long, I believe 11-game road trip over the holiday break there. So one more game to make the Kings fans happy before Christmas at home at least. And hopefully, I don't know, it's an afternoon game. They're a little iffy too, but if we can't be inspired by the Kings, at least we can be inspired by Chris Sutter. So here he is.